Destiny Rising story. Set in an alternate timeline, Guardians will venture through a ruined Dark Age Earth and other mysterious locations. The Traveler, a tree of silver wings and a speaker-like character. Today we discuss what we know about the lore and backstory of the new game's mysteries, and how all of this will work alongside the story of the main games. Welcome Guardians, let's take a look. So an important thing to note here is that both NetEase and Bungie say that Destiny Rising is set in an alternate timeline. So essentially to me it seems like that whatever happens in the mobile game is not canon to the actual series. So Rising can do crazy things which can be good or bad. Personally, I like it to stick close to what we know about the Dark Age and the current lore of Destiny. Don't go off the rails with crazy threads, for example, like revealing what the Traveler is. We don't even know what the Traveler truly is in Destiny now, so if they'd said something in Rising it might feel weird even if it wasn't canon. And let's say that mobile players that never heard of Destiny and start to play Destiny Rising start in this new story. Things would get really confusing for them if they ever decided to learn about the actual lore of the game and jump into Destiny 1 or 2. Small changes like character design and backstories could be fine, but you get the main idea here. One thing that does intrigue me though is the Dark Age setting of the game. This was a time before the Last City. When the first Risen ruled Earth, they weren't even called Guardians yet. Some among them were called Warlords and they controlled people and territory for power. You then had Iron Lords who had positive intentions, liberating civilians and placing the first bricks beneath the Traveler. In some recent tweets from the Destiny Rising account, we get some more updated information about the story. In the Golden Age, the arrival of the Traveler stood as one of the most celebrated plays of all time, spreading joy and gratitude towards the unexpected visitor who bestowed gifts upon humanity beyond all imagination. Then came the collapse, an extraterrestrial invasion. The world burned, and its benevolent visitor, the Traveler, was left injured. Yet it left behind one last blessing: ghosts charged with resurrecting those they deem worthy. Their chosen became the Lightbearers. Some images from the trailer when they discuss the collapse and story are interesting. They take a different route, it seems. It says an alien invasion, which could be the Witness in the darkness, but appears to look like a ship that crashes into Earth. This could be some placeholder for the cutscene, but I thought that was weird. The game mentions what it calls Haven as one of the main locations here beneath the Traveler. Before the Last City in this version, it was called Haven, and this is where every Guardian would huddle around, and this is sort of the main hub. In Haven, we see castle-like environments, a giant tree of silver wings, and of course, the Traveler. One character that we don't know much about is seen here. She has a couple of lines of dialogue, but it definitely gives off speakerish vibes. Maybe she too is more in tune and connected to the Traveler. Many ghosts hover around her.
It is time to embrace your destiny.
Rising will take us to many crazy Destiny locations, but there seems to be a focus on ruined Earth. Some environments look familiar, but others appear much different. For example, this image, which looks kind of like a Cosmodrome wall or a wall of some sort in an Asian-like environment. The roofs of the buildings at least give me that vibe personally. The trailer also shows off some other characters we didn't mention in our previous characters video. Apparently Osiris may be one given the hint from this little image right here thanks to Destiny Bulletin. But there's a couple of others we didn't speak about. We have what looks to be an Iron Lord. And this female character with a very awesome looking design. This Guardian instantly reminds me of someone related to the Bray family. Is this Elsie, Anna, or someone else? This image of Anna and Elsie from their childhood was seen in Beyond Light in the camp near where Elsie stands. This also kind of reminds me of Cameron from the Warmind comics who worked with Anna and was an agent for Owl Sector. But then again, remember, this is back during the Dark Age. Elsie became an Exo during the Golden Age, so unless the story is different and maybe Elsie never became an Exo, it wouldn't really work. In Haven, we find this fallen enforcer character called Kavar. The player has a couple of quests, Heroes Trial 1 to find the first clue about illusions in Haven, and then talk to Kavar and head to this metro location. Apparently, this word right here is a type of undead creature or reanimated corpse in Chinese legends and folklore, so maybe some type of weird creature exists in this said metro. But beyond that, Guardians, that's all we got for this video. A little more insight into the story of what we know from the little details found in the trailer and Vidoc. Are you going to play Destiny Rising, and how do you feel about its story even though it's set in an alternate timeline next to Destiny 2? I personally am excited to try it out. I hope it's good and, is it full of microtransactions like Diablo Immortal, but I guess we'll see next month. Anyway, Guardians, if you'd like to see some more Destiny lore and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.